Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another great video. Today's video, as you guys can tell from the title, is presented by Acuity Instruments. It's been a great journey, and you know, to be here in this place and to be able to collaborate with them is definitely an opportunity that I want to thank you guys all for. Today, as you guys can see, we have the Esco T-6 Shift Knob from Acuity, as well as the Shift Boot Collar upgrade and the fully adjustable performance short shifter. We're gonna go ahead and do an install video for this guy, but before we start up that video, I do want to show you guys what we got going on here. We have both some swag bags here from Acuity. Thank you guys very much. I'll probably give out some of this. And then we also have a nice Acuity banner, and I might give that away as well, since I can't really put that on the car since we're gonna have to be rocking the Team Hybrid banner. But without further ado, I do want to just jump to the point, so let's go ahead and open up what we got here. Now, first off, we got the Esco T-6 Shift Knob, and this weighs about 185 grams. This comes in a nice purple pouch, which is awesome, and I really like the boxing for all this. Second, this actual knob is not too big, and so it's actually a pretty good and so size. Pretty awesome to see this thing. We'll get some cinematic clips too added here, showing a little bit more detail of the shift knob, but definitely I'm loving the design. And so next up we have the Shift Boot Collar, and this is actually pretty awesome. I got with the burnt titanium finish here, and look at that packaging. It comes with a nice Acuity sticker, and on top of that, that beautiful burnt titanium tip. Now this thing is looking pretty nice. I like the finish on this, and I might rock this, really all depending if I gut out the entire shifter section or end up just putting everything back. And lastly, we have the fully adjustable performance shifter. I know you guys, this is the biggest main piece, and this is what the title of the video is starting off with. And so now we're gonna go ahead and check out that beautiful Acuity shifter. And so here you guys have it. There's the Acuity shifter. It's an amazing piece. We also have here the shift lever, and this whole thing is fully adjustable. This is an amazing finish here. I love the way it looks. It honestly looks aesthetically pleasing. There's no way that I don't want to kind of show this off, and that's why I'm debating here if I want to put on that shift boot collar or not. And so there you guys have it. These are all the products from Acuity. We'll go ahead and showcase a little bit of the shifter here. We have, again, the Esco T6 Shift Knob, the Shift Boot Collar, and the short shifter or fully adjustable performance shifter here. Other than that, I want to thank you guys again very much for all the support and love. We're going to go ahead and just dive right into the install. And again, thank you guys. So start off by putting your car on flat ground. Put it in park, and then go ahead and open up the hood. Once the hood is open, go ahead and detach the negative terminal from the battery. That way we avoid any electronic issues. After that, you're going to go ahead and remove the shift boot from the shift boot collar and use a 14mm wrench to unscrew the knob. Start prying out the armrest trim pieces from the inside and just work your way around. Once that is done, we will go ahead and proceed by removing the console trim pieces, and just be patient and work from the bottom to top. These can easily be damaged. Once that is done, you'll go ahead and use a Phillips to remove both screws, one on the driver's side and passenger side, from the shifter surround. Then you can proceed by using your trim piece tool again to remove the shifter surround, and just work your way around carefully. I did end up popping this out towards the end. Disconnect any electronical connectors, one on the passenger side and two on the driver's side. And then you may lift the shifter surround around your shift lever. In my case, my shift boot collar was cross-threaded, so I had to just go ahead and remove the zip tie in order to get the shifter surround out. Then proceed to the temperature controls and just go ahead and work your way slowly around it. Once you remove it, again, just remove any electrical connectors. And in my case, I actually had to turn this one over to get that second one out. Once the temperature controls are out of the way, go ahead and use the Phillips to remove the console panel screws. Again, you have one on the driver's side and passenger side. Then there will be a third one right below on the console panel. Once that is done, put the car into fourth gear and you can easily remove the console panel. Now you can go ahead and pull each side to remove the switch panel or use a pick tool at the bottom. In my case, I just pulled both ends. Again, disconnect any wire connectors that are in the way. Next, use the pick tool to remove any wiring clips that are attached to the center console. You'll have one up here and two in the back. Then remove the mat from the center console and use a Phillips to unscrew the mounting screws. After that is done, you'll pry out the rear panel of the center console. Disconnect any electronical connectors and use your pick to remove any wiring clips. Then you can proceed with pulling the center console. This may take some finessing, but after quite a bit of time, I definitely got it out. Next, you'll use an 8mm hex socket to remove the shifter support bracket. And then once that is removed, use a 10mm hex socket to remove the 4 mounting brackets that hold down the shifter assembly. You'll have 2 in the rear and 2 in the front. After that is done, you'll remove the metal locking clip that holds the gate change cable, but be careful as you will be reusing this clip. Then proceed to pull the cable and link off. Next, remove the gear change cable and link by pulling the both metal locking clips and pushing down. Use a flathead tool to push the tab and turn your gear change cable to remove it from the assembly. And do the same for the gate change cable. Then remove any wiring clips connected to the shifter, and you may finally remove the shift assembly. Now we can finally grab our Acuity shifter and mount it to the original place as the last. Place the gate and gear change cables in the similar place. Use the new mounting screws and proceed to thread them in by hand first. Then use a 5mm Allen socket to lock them down. Follow Acuity's torque guide to torque the screws down to spec. Proceed to lock in the gear change cables and gate change cables back into its place. Reinstall the gate change cable and link on the rocker pin. And reuse that factory clip we saved to lock in place. You can change the throw adjustment here. Reinstall the gear changer and link by separating the clips and pushing upward. Next, install the upper rod assembly and use a 5mm Allen socket to torque it down. You can select your desired shift knob position from the selection below. Next, install the gear change cable support that comes with the Acuity shift unit. and then install the rubber support ring as shown. And now you can finally test the shifter out and make any adjustments needed to your desire. Now go have fun and take it for a spin.
The shift boot.
Yeah, the shifter gutted.
Am I in it? Oh, bitch.